All right, I wanted to show you a brief demo of Rock and where we are in this current process of migration, integration, and development. This is, of course, a sandbox site, so everything I show you has 6 months old data. And just if you see anything that looks out of ordinary, just please know that we are updating things every day. So the first thing I wanted to show you is just the ability to organize groups. So underneath this people icon, we've created kind of two sections for that. We have a group viewer and we have what's called a serving team viewer. So groups would be individuals that are consuming something in our church. Group life, student ministry groups, children ministry groups. These are examples of a group. Teams would be units of individuals that are basically contributing towards something in our church. So, Connect Team would be an example of that. So what we're going to end up doing when we take all of our data out is you're going to have a group that is either going to be in this section or in this section. And that's how we'll organize a lot of the information that you see on a person's record. Now, just looking at this, if we were to go to the group life section and we were to click on Pelham and we were to click on Bob Cook's area, because he is the responsible pastor for these groups, and we were to go to Tina, the Rush's group, you'd be able to see everything from when they meet. You'd be able to look at their attendance, where they meet, as well as anybody that's responsible. Now, we're kind of playing with this area. This isn't something that we're for sure going to keep, but there's different things that we're testing out. But you would be able to see all of the individuals that are in this group. So currently out of Podio 6 months ago, this is kind of some of the data that we captured from Podio. So you can see who a leader is, who a member is, any notes that are on this person's record. So if I wanted to click on Cletus's name, I could add a note here, and change whether they are inactive or they need, there's information that needs to be placed in here, and you would see those notes on that person's record. Now, what's great about this is that on the My Account page, so what you're looking at right now is an internal version of this. This is what our staff look like. This is what our staff at Grace Church, our core volunteers, would have access to if they need access to that. But then there's also a section on our external page or an external version of this page, which is called the My Account page. So as a group leader, if I was Tina or Chris, who actually lead this group, they would be able to go to their group leader toolbox and actually manage their groups. So everything that you see that is in the notes section, in the attendance section, you could manually track attendance if you needed. So from the 16th, if you wanted to do all the things that you're doing here internally, you also have the ability to do that here on the external page. So you can see I've taken some test attendance for a couple of these, and if we were to click on another one, you can edit them. So there's group notes that can be added, but then you can also see that there are individual notes that you can put on a person's record. So this is a little bit about groups. If there's a particular group that you keep track of, like let's say this group in particular, I'm going to go back a page. If you star this group, when you go into your My Dashboard, you have the ability to keep track of all of your groups here. So now I'm following this group in this section here called Grace Life Groups. Central Staff Elm, these are all different groups that I manage, as well as tasks that have been created and different things that I need to follow up on. So this is just a quick example of groups. I'll probably do some other videos and show where we are on things, but hopefully that's encouraging. If you have questions, let me know. But the big thing that's a current next step is understanding these. So for Podio, we keep track of much of these things in Podio, but in Podio, we do not keep track of Connect teams. So it's going to be helpful for us to get spreadsheets for teams, for safety teams, for the first, second, third safety teams, for instance, for your Connect teams. And you could do that by getting us a spreadsheet. If you have a Google Sheet or an Excel sheet, anything that you could do to get us that information would be really, really helpful. So appreciate all your work. If you have questions, let me know, and I look forward to talking to you down the road.